Oh, what ho everybody, it's the Retro Bear back in the pantry once again with, yes, I'm sorry, it's another collection video for the Wii. Oh, but we're nearly halfway through. No, we're not, we're near halfway through. Oh, it's F and G today. This episode's brought to you by the letters F, G and the number 39, something like that. I am a production of Jim Henson's Creative Mind from many years ago, and the only surviving member of the original Muppet trio that were never seen, and were gifted to society once Mr. Henson died back in 1990. Confusing introductions aside, this is the Retro Bear saying welcome to the pantry once more. If you are here for the very first time wondering what the hell's going on, I don't blame you. But if you do like what you see, it's great to have you here. Hope you stick around for the duration if you're back in. Hello, thank you for sticking with this. Yes, we're doing F to G today, which is 1, 2, 3, that's 7 letters into the alphabet and the numbers, so we've done 8 out of 27, so technically we're nearly a third of the way through. Hurrah! I hear you cry. Could be, I don't know. We may even be less close to that. I think we are, because I think we're going to get to M and we've got T to do. There's a lot of games in those. But the next couple of letters we should be alright with, K, where we F, G, H, I, J, K, L, we hit the Lego games. Yeah, it's going to get a bit sticky. So hopefully we just try and cram as many of these in as we possibly can to give me 2 letters per video and try and get through these, because D&E was a nightmare. It took way longer than I thought it was going to do. But if you've got 60 games and I run a 60-minute video, it's about a minute a game. Top and tailing introduction and waffling aside and finishing off with. So yeah, I can't do it quickly. It's got to be done properly. I've got to talk about each one, because I know you like the stories behind it, some of them where I got them from and what things are. Let's address the game in the background. It's got nothing to do with what we're talking about today. This is, I'm sure most of you would have guessed, Afterburner. But what is it on? It's on the Master System. There we go. It doesn't look too bad actually, does it? I mean, it's not going to capture the arcade for accuracy, but it's certainly not a bad little conversion. That bit jerky. But I mean, mind you, what were you expecting compared to some of the conversions that came out at the time for Afterburner? Yeah, you're not going to get an awfully close representation on an 8-bit console, are you? But not bad, not bad. Let's move that out of the way because it's in the corner. There we go. Right, so let's get on with today's lesson, which is F and G in Wii games. There's going to be Guitar Hero. Warn you now. But you will not know what else there is. That's the interesting thing about it. Guitar Hero is obvious. D for Disney was obvious. Half the flaming video. Let us get started then with Face Breakers Knockout Party, which is an EA game. Now, I don't like comedy boxing games. I didn't like Black and Bruised. I was never particularly big fan of Frank Bruno's boxing or Punch Out. I mean, it's all right, but I prefer my boxing games to be sort of about boxing as opposed to sort of about comedy boxing. As the manual and the disc inside, not particularly expensive. I think I paid 75p for this. It is on other systems, but I think there is a Face Breaker version on other systems. This party packs some serious punch. Expect the unexpected, pick up and punch, brawl for it all. Well, it's like ready to rumble. I mean, people do say they do like that. Sorry, no, it's comedy boxing. It's not right. Bloody hell, it's Vernon Kay. Back from the castle already. And to show you Family Fortunes, which I've already done a gameplay on, which if you got there, it might sort of say go and look at Family Fortunes video. It's a terrible game. But what do you expect? Known in America and Australia, I think as Family Feud. You know what I'm talking about. If anybody's watching in those places, I'm not quite sure now. But yeah, it is just quiz show on the Wii, 10 a penny crap, really. But not a game you can buy cheaply. You're going to be paying at least £3 or £4 for that. At least. This is actually not bad. This is a bit more, for me, better. I quite much more enjoyed this game. This is Family Game Show. 3 shows in 1. From Zushi Games, which I've never even heard of before. So you choose the game show that you want to play. Control Freak with Larry Lightfoot. Puzzle Addict with Tom Wordsworth. And Brain Strain with Professor Plank. So sort of running out of options there towards the end. But the first one is like, do you like to be in control? Answer every medium or hard general knowledge question to remain in control of the game. Puzzle Addict, if you like puzzles, you'll love this show. Compete against other contestants playing crossword, word search, shuffle words, Sudoku. And the third one is Brain Strain. Train your brain with a channel that brings you head-to-head challenges against each other's contestants and the clock. Test your logic. So it's got 3 sort of games in one there. I don't think I've got a couple of quiz show games, but I haven't played this one. Don't know why. Anyway, don't see that one hugely about. This one is balance board compatible. It says so on the front. It's family ski. So if you can't go skiing, and let's face it, no one's going to be able to go skiing this winter, this might be an ideal opportunity to get your ski poles out, put your ski boots on and jump on your balance board. But I haven't got a balance board, Retro Bear. Well, that's your fault then, isn't it? You should have bought them when they were giving them away years ago like I did. You could even ski with it as well. There's a woman on there on sort of with some poles, ironically, or simulating it, I don't know. Hit the slopes. Yeah, so it's one of these sort of silly little mini games. Slalom, hit the moguls, customise your me character. Yeah, not hard to find that one. As is this one, which is probably, if that's too tame for you, this is more your sort of thing. You're a bit more extreme, a bit more weird, a little bit. Then you might want to play Family Ski Snowboard. Namco. Now that first was Bandai. Bandai? Oh no, it's Namco. Namco. See, Namco did that one. They've done that one as well, or Namcot, as people like to say. It says Namco. Family Ski Snowboard. Yeah. Shred the mountain by board or by ski. So already it's more extreme. We balance board up to 4 players complete. Trick skiing, backwards riding, flips, daffies, and helicopters. Ducks and helicopters in the same game. Fantastic. That's what you can ask for. Again, not particularly hard to find or cheap, expensive to pick up. Family Trainer Extreme Challenge, which is one of these mat type games. Not it's got a nice finish to it. It's just one of them games you put the mat on the floor. And I've got that, but you'll have to wait for that one in the Sundries video, which will come right at the very end of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different languages explained. Every sort of picture has got 6 different languages under it, which means it's not very good. You've got to explain it's either that or they can't save money on the manual. You see how thick the flaming manual is? Look at that. So it's not that they're saving money by trying to put all the instructions, all the details on the back of the game. They're not. It's a mat game. It's mini games. 15 extreme challenges to play in total safety. Go head to head against your friends or work together as a team. No, thank you. But there is a mat available for that. Did I mention the mat? Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Why on earth this game exists? Because it's based on a crap film. In fact, there were 2 crap films based on the Fantastic Four, and they both got games. I think on the PlayStation 2 and possibly the Xbox. I don't know. Only this one made it as far as the Wii. Rise of the Silver Surfer. Based on the hit film. But it's quite a cartoony look to it. It's less like the film and more like sort of cel-shaded cartoon. So I don't know if this game's any good or not, but I really haven't bothered playing it. Not my thing, but I don't know. Not as an appeal to me. Now, I've spoken about this game before previously. My God, what a joke this game is. Far Cry Vengeance. I mean, there's a Far Cry game on the Wii, so most people go, oh, is it really? Didn't know that. It's one of these sort of like stripped down, graphically inferior versions of the more high powerful HD things. But this game has got probably some of the worst AI I've ever seen. You can practically be standing next to somebody and they'll be shooting you and they won't be hitting you. It's that bad. It is that bad. No manual. I didn't deserve to have a manual. Because do anything with your controller except to surrender or shoot the people standing right next to you, whichever takes your fancy. I mean, I end up playing it for about sort of like an hour or so, and I wasn't really getting very far with it. And I thought, this is just terrible. Shoot, drive, claw, and slash. All members of Guns N' Roses. But yeah, if you've ever played Far Cry on the system, don't play this one, please, because it's no, just don't play it. We've got Ferrari Challenge. Now, there are 2 versions of this game. Are there? Yes, there are 2 versions of this game. I don't think I've got the second one. But they got different covers. There's one with a wheel. There's a big wheel on the front of it. And there's this one with the car. They're complete the same game, but they got 2 different titles. It's not hard to find. Why I've still got one without a manual, I don't know. Yeah, from System 3. I'm not sure whether it's the official System 3 Last Ninja System 3. I don't know. But there aren't many driving games in the Wii. It does come with a wheel. You can use a wheel with it. And it's also got an official Ferrari sticker on the back of it as well, which is quite good. But yeah, 2 versions of that. I think it's not called Ferrari Challenge, it's called something else. I'm sure it is. I think it's sponsored by Pirelli. I don't think it's Pirelli Challenge. It's something else. Right. Now, let's be quick to get through. FIFA games. Have we got FIFA games? Yes, we got FIFA games on the Wii. How are we going to have FIFA games on the Wii? Well, you've got FIFA and you've got Pro Evolution Soccer. You've got Madden. And they're all done with a revolutionary way of using the Wii remote and the nunchuck, which we showed you in the very first video. I'm not going to get those out now, even though they're behind me. But using a series of flicks and stabs and moving the nunchuck analog stick around. Honestly, if you're looking for you never played FIFA that way before and you're just trying to find a different way of playing FIFA, you're sick to death with bloody FIFA and PES, and you want to try and do something a bit different, give them a go. Madden is exactly the same as well. Slightly different way of playing the game, but honestly, it works. So if you want a bit of a different game experience, most of these games are pretty easy to pick up. Some of them are a bit tricky to pick up. So, how many versions of the Wii were there? Well, there was FIFA 08 for a start. Microphone. No manual. Why have I got a FIFA game? How come I've not got a manual for this? But yeah, so it looks like proper football, but you can also put your me into it if you need to do that. Brand new experience, pass, shoot and perform trick moves with a flick of the wrist. Footy party with Ronaldinho. Remember Ronaldinho? David Seaman does. He dreams about it every night, that ball going to his head. Football Academy and online connectivity, which probably doesn't work anymore. But yeah, FIFA on the Wii. So that was FIFA 08. There's also FIFA 09, which features the new 8v8 footy match, which is obviously the me thing. There's the me's of Rooney and Ronaldinho at the top. This one does have a manual. It's called All Play. All the EA games that year, Tiger Woods, Madden, they were all called All Play. And again, serious and also comedy stylings as well. Footy match, play 8 versus 8. You can manage your favourite team, in-depth management mode as well. So this is, these are just like knock-ons. They're sort of something else. Rooney's on the front here again, joined by I can't remember that guy's name is. Somebody else and Lamptard all on the front there. FIFA 10. Does it come in the manual? Yes, it does. I can't remember that guy's. It's Barcelona, isn't it? I'm sure it's Barcelona. Oh no, it's Walcott, isn't it? Theo Walcott of Arsenal when he was at Arsenal. Yeah, Theo Walcott. So we got the manual and the disc to go with it, and you can see they've taken away the sort of the silliness of it now. So it's now a much more serious football game. Let's FIFA 10. Fun never stops. That's arguable. Lead your squad to glory. Stunning new visual presentation, playing for ultimate bragging rights, and new strike it set piece system. Shake the Wii remote during head-to-head battles to score or defend free kicks, corners, and save penalties. So, see, difference of way of playing the game. And you got Wayne Rooney on the back, and yeah, that's all sorts of stuff there. Onward we go to FIFA 11. There's Wayne Rooney on the front again. I'm pretty sure that's Gareth Bale from 9 years ago when he moved to Madrid. So manual as well with that one. We are 11. And you can see again, it's a much more serious looking game. It's beach soccer by the looks of it as well. Action-packed gameplay, hit the streets, become a legend and define your own career. FIFA 11. Now, it's around about FIFA 11 that things start to get a little bit tricky. And a bit more difficult to track down. FIFA 12, which I think has got... Is that Jack Wilshere next to Wayne Rooney on that one? Where's he now? Is he at West Ham? He's now a free agent or something like that. Again, FIFA 12. Love football, play football, build the ultimate FIFA city and prove you're king of the pitch. Rule the sport on and off the pitch with the all-new manager mode, tailor your team's strategy to each opponent, and play your way from the streets onto the most illustrious football clubs around the world. So it's a really much more serious simulator. Now, we start getting a bit sort of patchy because all of a sudden these last two, these games get a little bit more expensive. Do they? Yes, they do. Why do they do that? I have no idea. So we've got Messi, we've got Joe Hart, and somebody who I definitely don't recognise. Arsenal fans, I'm sure, will tell me that. But this one's probably you'll pay more than those ones you'll be paying sort of 50p a quid for. This one you'll be paying a little bit more for. No manual again, and a broken clasp. Join the club on the pitch or on the streets. It's a really sort of like plain cover compared to the previous one. It's really sort of plain background to it. It's one picture of Messi, and that's it. Deep and rewarding manager mode. Build your dream club and compete against teams from neighbouring cities for the Intercity Cup. There we go. Now this one, during lockdown, I think touched 20 quid in CEX. I think it dropped back down after lockdown finished, but it may go back up again. I picked this up for 49p in cash converters because I didn't know what they had. And I think at the time it was selling for 15 in CEX, which I think it's dropped back down to now. But they were giving you like 8-10 quid for it. And this is quite difficult to find. So if you do come across this game, don't dismiss it as a worthless FIFA title. If you do stuff for trading, like most of you do, you need to get it right for this. One's FIFA 15. This is the Legacy Edition. So I got this for 50p out of cash converters. And it was complete with a manual. And also the stuff behind it and all. Yeah, there we go. Safety manual as well. But again, apart from telling you I've got an authentic football on the streets and pitch with 500 licensed clubs, play it your way, 7 different ways to play, including manager, tournaments, be a pro, that's all you're getting on the back of it. Picture of Messi, that's all you're getting. So those are all the FIFA games. I don't know if there was a 14. It went from 13 to 15. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. I could be wrong. But that was it. 15 was the last one. So again, later sports titles, 13, the price starts going back up again. Remember that. Now, most of you who know me will realise that this is definitely a game that will be in my collection regardless or not. And this is Fishing Master from Hudson. Interesting story about this one was when I was advertising one of my CEXs local to me. I went to pick the game up because it was advertised with the fishing rod, except there was no fishing rod there. So they bought it in incorrectly, hadn't they? They've advertised it incorrectly, so I had to buy it without the fishing rod. So if you're looking for that game, there is meant to be a fishing rod attachment for it. I think it comes in a box. And it's about fishing, of which there may be more in the future. Currently in discussions about something to do with that. You can see some movements there about moving your hands or to casting off and whatever. I have got a game with a fishing rod attachment, which will be on a bit later on in the series. But yeah, it's fishing on the Wii. There's lots of games like that. Do love a bit of fishing. This one I really like the look of, and I thought, you know what, this actually game looks like a little bit of fun. I haven't played it yet. And this is Fix It, the Home Improvement Challenge. Now I watched a video of this, and it's got some quite funny sort of humour to it. The Bryco Party Fix It. There we go. And it's just sort of like, just like on TV, look at it before and after your work. DIY and deco has never been that much fun. You're just using the Wii remote to sort of like operate tools. Without the mess and the hassle of actually owning the bastard things in the first place. It's like hammering things and, using a spanner to sort of like tighten. Oh, yeah. It's much more I'm used to stuff like that in real life. Anybody who knows me will tell you that these are not workers' hands. These are done to hold pens and things. That's it. But that's the sort of game I can play and think, you know what, yeah, I've had a good day at work today. I've mended a table today. What, on the Wii? Yes. Your problem is, don't see that all that often. Again, not expensive, but you don't see it in the shops. There we go. It's another one that's sort of tricky to pick up. This is Ghostbusters, the video game. Again, not quite the standard version that was on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Doesn't quite go for as much as those either. I'm not sure whether this is slightly. I've read some of this may be slightly different to the other versions, but most people regard this as sort of the third Ghostbusters film without actually being a film. Last sort of Ghostbusters thing Harold Ramis was involved in before he died. So Yeah, and it's got all the voices as well. So Bill Murray, got Dan Aykroyd, and you've got Harold Ramis in it. I think. I'm not sure. I think maybe Rick Moranis is in it as well, possibly. I don't know. Can't remember. G1 Jockey on the Wii. So, yeah, we got fishing games. We got horse games. Someone said the other night on the Danes to chat I did, why is it we got so many horse games as collectors? Well, we do. Take the reins and ride to victory. The Wii Remote is your whip and the Nunchuk is your reins. Experience real jockey action with a variety of realistic controls, including whipping your horse. That sounds horrible, doesn't it, really? I thought they'd... with your right hand while you drive it on with the left. And you've got to train and own your own stable, which is like, horsing management, horse racing simulator. With a management mode as well. Very, very popular games in the Far East, from what I understand. Never quite seen the appeal of them. What the hell was that? That's just throwing stuff around. Oh. What have we got here? Generator X, Agent of Providence. I noticed the Cartoon Network logo in the top corner. So it must be based on a Cartoon Network series. A manual with a slight rip in it. And a game sticker on it. I have no idea what this game is. Oh, he's got some giant sort of stuff in his hands. Look at that. He's got like televisions, CRT TVs on his hands. What's he doing there? The fate of the world rests in the hands of one. They're all the same, those sort of games. This one is again, I've got a copy of this on the DS, which was donated to me. This, again, is a sort of game which is incredibly cheap to pick up, and it's one of these sort of games where people look at it and go, oh, I'm not buying that, it's so cheap. But honestly, Geometry Wars Galaxies, pick it up. It's a good game. It's a long-running series, this. It's a good game. Don't be put off by its cheap price and cover. It's good. So shoot 'em up. Retro remixed action. Classic arcade fans prepare for re-entry. The planet's purest arcade shooter returns with more enemies, bigger power-ups, and a new battle dome to help you tear through the first ever Geometry Wars campaign. Includes the hit title Geometry Wars Retro Evolved. There was an online option as well, and you can use the classic controller with it as well. Yeah, if you haven't got it, get it. Nicktoons cartoon, George of the Jungle. Remember George of the Jungle first time around? No manual. I did play this again. It's average, bog standard platforming stuff. But if you know the cartoon series, George the Jungle, Ape the Ape, got some really crappy, really rubbishy font on the back. I can't read that, but there we go. Not very familiar with that cartoon at all. Get Fit with Mel B. See the difference? I'll let you work out that one for yourself. This one comes with all the bump. Does this one come with the free pass to Fitness First? Yes, it does. There we go. So it's a free pass for Fitness First, which says activate your free membership. It's so that small print at the bottom is so small. I'm gonna have to get the microphone out of that one. Yeah, you've tried the game now. Get even fitter in the gym with a free 5-day membership. There we go. It's also exclusive Get Fit with Mel B website. I'm just wondering why she appears to be a different colour in both of those. I don't know. I mentioned that before. I think I got away with it. But yeah, it's a fitness game. One day this will be very, very helpful. We're not going to be bothered to get off my fat backside and do it. Yeah, I at some point I'm seriously going to sit down and sort of play those games and experience them and get fit with them.
That was bullshit.
Next up, Get Up and Dance. There we go. Dance to hit tracks on your own, with friends, or in your own dance group. Or, if you're my friend Rob, in the nude. Because you only do it fully clothed in the comfort of his own house. I think that's what he was getting at anyway. I can't quite be sure. So we got tracks from Gwen Stefani, Pussycat Dolls, Jessie J, Girls Loud, Nicole Scherzinger, Basement Jack's Elton John, Lionel Richie, Dusty Springfield, Timberland. Reel-to-reel featuring the Mad Stuntman, well, you know what that's going to be. And Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, it's singing and dancing. There's loads of those sort of games as well. Right, I'm not going to dwell on this one too much because I'm fed up telling you all about it. If you don't have a copy of this game on the Wii, and I know some people say it's not quite as good as the arcade game. Well, I didn't even know this was an arcade game, so as far as I'm concerned, that's irrelevant. This is a game that you need to have. Every Wii owner should have this, and it's not expensive. It's £1. If it's £1.50, it's still a bargain. If it's £2, I think it's ever been £2. It's Ghost Squad. If you like Time Crisis and that sort of game, get this. If you play the arcade game, I know what you're saying. People told me it's not quite as good as the original. Fine. Buy Ghost Squad if you have a Wii. If you've got 100 games to get on the Wii, which most people keep saying, oh, I want to get 100 games on the Wii, this is one you should have. Aim, shoot, duck, reload. It doesn't need to be anything else other than that. It is a lot of fun. Pick it up. It's as cheesy as anything. £1. It's from Sega. What more do you need to know? It's for £1. You know, ignore some of these other ones. It's £1. It's a good game. G.I.Joe, The Rise of Cobra, based on the hit film that nobody bothered to see. Based on action figures. Some people like G.I.Joe. It was Action Force over here, wasn't it? Knowing is half the battle, how you play is the other. It might be a good game. This might be sort of a hidden gem. I doubt it. EA's license. There we go. Hasbro as well, action figures. If that's your sort of thing, then there it is. But again, not particularly hard to find, not expensive to pick up. Girls' Life Sleepover Party. God. Yes, you have to buy these games, don't you? You have to buy these games if you're trying to go after a full set, which I've never committed myself to, so I have absolutely no idea if that's true or if that's a lie. 60 plus activities to play with your friends. You can only imagine the fun you're going to have with that sort of game. It's complete with manual. Throw the perfect party. Get ready for non-stop entertainment with all your friends. Organise your personalised party, choosing from over 60 unique activities. I think when I put this on my pickups ages ago, I think we were sort of toying the idea of, like, you know, if we ever did sort of like stopovers in people's houses when we were going to events and whatever, that we'd bring this game along and we sort of have our own sleepover party. I could have just made that up, really. Choose a cool theme from Halloween to Hollywood. Fun, fun, fun. Play great games both on and away from the Wii console, including Consequences, Who Am I, and many more. If Spin the Bottle's in there, then yeah, fun for up to 16 players. 16 players? My God, that's horrifying. That's not a sleepover party. That's... oh my God. Wow. There you go. You've been waiting all your life for that. Nick Jr.'s Go Diego Go Safari Rescue. No manual. That's my punishment. I have to go and find a manual for this game. Join Diego in the level of intro. Yeah. Help Diego and Baby Jaguar. No. No. Now, I've also done a gameplay of this one as well. There'll be a thing up there, I'm sure. Where my finger? There it is, up there. There we go. It'll be there at some point. I'm terrible at that as well. I haven't got that around to sort it out yet. It's like our old dog. She can never work out how to open the sliding door in the front. She can never work out where the door was. I'm like that. It's going to be there somewhere. There. I've done a gameplay on this one. It's the most confusing game in the history of the universe. I've got no idea why this even exists. This is Golden Balls with Mr. J. Jasper Carrot on the front of there. This game was just rotten. Absolutely rotten. It's the most confusing game of all time. It looks terrible. I mean, look at that on the back there. It's absolutely terrible. And the idea is you sort of like get to the end game by sort of bluffing your way through it, but it's just so... I don't know. It's just horrible game. Right, hang on a second. I've got to manoeuvre the table so we can get the last pile up. Just amuse yourself for a second, and we'll be returning. Oh dear. Oh, God dear me. It's a long way down now. Right. What have we got left then? Afterburner still going. Good. Right, still into G. So we've done F and we're into G now. This is the last dregs of G. So we started with people like this sort of thing, don't they? I'm not a massive fan of this. Never have been. I can't really see the point of it being on computer either, but people do like these games. They do collect them. This is Gottlieb Pinball Classics, the most accurate simulation of all time. From System 3. Again, not a particularly expensive game to find. I think you can get this for about £1, or you were able. I think I got this for 75p. It may have gone up a little bit, I think, since then. There's also a Williams one as well, which is much more, I think, more expensive to pick up than this one. Totally authentic pinball experience, capturing all the sights and sounds of a real arcade. Plays 11 of the greatest Gottlieb pinball tables ever created, but doesn't actually tell you what they are. But yeah, if you like pinball, then there's 2 games on the Wii for you. I don't. I'm more entitled to able to pick up crap like Grease, the official video game from 505 Games. It hasn't got a manual. It's got a safety instruction. I think the safety instruction is basically how you get sewed into those pants that Olivia Newton-John wore in it. Compatible with up to 2 officially licensed Nintendo USB microphones and the balance board. Return to Rydell High with your family and friends to sing, dance and party your way through your favourite movie moments with Danny, Sandy and the rest of the Grease gang. Oh, dear me. Tracks include Summer Nights, Look at Me, I'm Sandra D, Hopelessly Devoted to You, Grease Lightning, Grease, You're the One That I Want, Born to Handjive and Rock and Roll Party Queen. I'm not sure whether they're officially licensed tracks. I'm not sure whether they are the official songs because I haven't got the manual, so I can't tell you. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, because you wouldn't have gone to the trouble of creating something like that for that. Based on another film. And it wasn't based on a cartoon character, wasn't it? I thought it was based on a film, but it wasn't. This is the Green Lantern, Rise the Manhunter. I saw the Green Lantern film. There's a good reason why I've not made any more of those. Was it Ryan Reynolds, was it? Possibly. There we go. The Green Lantern. You can actually buy costumes. Anyone can be chosen. Costumes available from all good retailers, and mostly crap ones as well. I think this is based. It's got more. I think it's based on the cartoon. There may have been a cartoon for it. The ring is in your control. The universe is in your hands. Took me a while to track that one down. Again, not expensive. Just took me a while to find a copy of it that was available. This one is still sealed. You'll see why. I get it like this from a cash converters in Western-super-Mare, I think. The reason this game gets so much criticism because it's like sort of cell shading graphics and sort of rotoscoped, and it's just there's no gameplay to it. And this is Grey's Anatomy, the video game, with an all-new Grey's Anatomy story. I'd never even realised this show was particularly big over here. I know it's on cable television, but yeah, and it's sealed. I've still got it sealed. Still sealed. Yeah, still sealed, that one. But I hadn't got it. A new story written in collaboration with show writers. I think it's basically an extension of, or fits into a storyline from the television episode. Save Seattle Grace from its worst nightmares. A deadly virus has broken. Oh dear, that sounds rather topical, doesn't it? A deadly virus has broken out at Seattle Grace Hospital, putting everyone's lives at risk. Immerse yourself in this all-new Grey's Anatomy story to try and balance the crisis, your friendships, and your love life. Play as your favourite character and team up with the entire cast. Influence the dialogue and change and shape your own drama before major operations. See, I've played in the trauma centre games. That sounds quite appealing. I'm very inclined to actually unzip this and have a go at it. It also came out on the DS as well. I think there's a DS version of this. But the fact it's very sort of topical about a virus spreading through a city. I don't know. What should we do with that one? Should we just leave it there for the moment? I think we will do. Let's go with the GT Pro Series, which is a... Now, I think, memory serves me correctly, this was an update of... It may have been a GameCube game. It may have been an N64 game. I don't know. But all they've done is sort of, again, cell shade at the graphics and created a pretty average racer. There aren't many racing games on the Wii. There are some. And this is about as average as they get. And being a racer, I've played this one. You can have 4 players on it if you really, really want to. But no, it's just not very good. I think that was a launch title. It's just, you want a better game for launch. What have we got here now? Guilty Gear Call. I have no idea what this is. I'm guessing it's going to be a beatable because there's lots of Japanese. Hang on, now I'm going to say, well, what did my friend say to me the other day? Japanese anime characters. There we go. I'm sure you'll be impressed with that, Martin. I did read your email and understand what it was all about. The famously and highly appreciated Guilty Gear series finally comes to Wii. Experience the pinnacle of 2D fighting. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's not been played at all, as you can imagine, and isn't going to be played anytime soon. Guinness World Records, the video game. Packed with 36 fun mini-games. Yeah, so you see, you know, this is the sort of thing that people advertise on eBay. They'll sell this, right, with a couple of the games, and they'll say 40-game bundle. And you go, hang on a second, there's 3 games in the picture. Yeah, 36 of the 40 are in this. That's what they try and do. Watching one this morning, Commodore 64, one 8-game bundle. It's 3 tapes. One of the tapes was I think the Blaze light gun attachment, which came from the Dixons thing, where they got a picture of Stallone on the front doing Rambo. And there's 6 games on that, but someone's trying to tell me that as an 8-game bundle. No, because if we start counting games on compilations, then I've got probably loads more. I've got all the compilations to PlayStation 2, all the compilations to the Xbox, got all the compilations to Commodore 64, and the Amiga and the Spectrum. So you can't sort of go around saying this. There's a 36-game compilation there. No, it isn't. Some of these games will last you a matter of seconds. Why do games like this exist? Somebody asked me that when I showed my DS version. I've got this on the DS as well. Someone said, why do games like this exist? I can't remember who it was. You've got a very, very good point. Why do games like this exist? I don't know. But you can't break the world records because there's going to be nobody from Guinness is going to come round and stand there and watch you play this game and sort of like put you in the Guinness Book of World Records. Ain't going to happen. Yeah. Why do games like that exist? I have no idea. Right. So, we've got the last 6 or so to come. Now, if you don't like Guitar Hero, you ain't going to like this. So, we've got the Guitar Hero games. We've got Guitar Hero Aerosmith, which I also own on the PlayStation 3. I hate Aerosmith, but honestly, it's my first introduction to Guitar Hero games on the PlayStation 3. I've got the PlayStation 3 guitar. I've also got the Wii guitar as well, which a friend of mine donated to me in the box as well. So I've got that. And it's not all Aerosmith, I was pleased to note, but this was around the time where Guitar Hero still hadn't got all the licenses for all the tracks. So you can play along with Aerosmith, things like Sweet Emotion, Dream On, Walk This Way, Love in an Elevator, all those great songs that you just can't stand. And you've got tracks from Lenny Kravitz, The Clash, The Cult, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. But there are also other tracks in there which aren't officially licensed. I think this may be one of the last ones that was there anyway. Did I show you the inside? Probably. Yeah, I can't remember. There we go. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Now, we're all sitting there when we heard the news thinking, all we could think about was, I wonder if my game's going to go up in value. This is one of the more tricky ones to find on the Wii. It's not the most expensive one, but it's one of the more tricky ones. And this is Guitar Hero Van Halen. Now, I mean, I struggle to name more than 2 Van Halen songs. I think 2's stretching it. Yeah, you thought the manual was thick on the... Look at that one, thick there. It's a Guitar Hero game. What else you want? But it's also got this rather nice Guitar Hero complement as well, with all the different games in there. That's always nice to see. It's a nice condition copy. And I think I got this maybe a couple of quid. 25 epic Van Halen tracks, 3 Eddie Van Halen signature solos. But it also comes in different languages in the back as well, so that worries me a little bit. I've not played this one yet. It's one, but I was trying to look at the other sort of tracks on there, and you've got Billy Idol, White Wedding. Oh, God. Foo Fighters, Best of You, Foreigner, Double Vision, which is what I'm getting at the moment reading this. Queen, I Want It All, Lenny Kravitz's Rock and Roll is Dead. Weezer, not the one I know of. So it's not a particularly great, strong lineup, but it is one of the more costlier ones to pick up. The one I've got is Metallica. But I've got Metallica on another. I think on PlayStation 3. I think Metallica is probably the most expensive one on the Wii to get hold of. I think I'm probably missing greatest hits out of this as well. I haven't got all the Guitar Hero games. This is Warriors of Rock, which, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the weakest titles. I know some people would completely disagree with that one, but there's just so little on this one for me. I'm not a massive, rock. I suppose I'm classing this more as heavy metal because you've got, Sabbath. It's got Dire Straits on here. Dire Straits heavy metal. No, I wouldn't say that. Money for Nothing. It's probably about. Well, it's got things like Megadeth and 9 Inch Nails and Pantera. But it's still got R.E.M. and Rolling Stones on here as well. So it's not good. But there's probably less for me to play on that one than there would be on other games. I think it's a pretty weak lineup, that one. This is World Tour. Again, I've probably got all these on the PlayStation 3 as well, because I do like the Guitar Hero games. This was the one that came with the band, I think. Was this the one that came with the band first of all? All the bits and pieces, like the drums, or was that Guitar Hero 3? I can't remember. I can't read these now. Oh, if you can hear, that's my stomach. I do apologise. If you can hear any rumbling in the background, it's dinner time. I should have had some breakfast before I started this. I thought, I don't need breakfast this morning. I'm going to go without breakfast before I do these videos. But it's got Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac, and I think that probably sold it to me as well. Because I love that song. Also, you find songs on these games that... they've all fallen over. You can find songs on these games that you play. I think it helps you a little bit. Legends of Rock, Guitar Hero 3. I've got all sorts in here. What have I got in here? Oh, I've got the manual. Oh, there's a Wii Guitar Hero Les Paul Instructor manual, which I haven't got. I haven't got the Les Paul guitar for it. So, that's interesting. Amazing when you buy these things all these years ago and you sort of open these things up afterwards and go, do you know what, there's a £20 note in it. No, not quite that lucky. Again, I think this was probably one around the time where they still didn't have all the licenses. So you can tell you what tracks they've got in there. So you've got Anarchy in the UK, Sabotage, Welcome to the Jungle, Number of the Beast, Paint It Black, She Bangs a Drum, When You Were Young. Don't know who that one is. But anyway, yeah. That's one. And the last one for this episode of the Wii collection. It's Guitar Hero 5. 85 songs by 43 artists. Arctic Monkeys, Iron Maiden, Kings of Leon, Muse, The Rolling Stones. And another Guitar Hero booklet as well. Anybody wants a spare one, I have one going. There we go, Guitar Hero 5 for the Wii. Oh, manual complete, and there we go. And I think I got this in a charity shop for £1. I think it was. I got quite excited. I thought, hang on a second, that's worth a bit more than that. So Arctic Monkeys, Bob Dylan's Along the Watchtower, You Gotta Love a Bad Name, Bon Jovi, Salt and Swing, Dire Straits, Sex on Fire, Kings of Leon, Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure, Muse, Plug-in Baby, Sympathy for the Devil, Rolling Stones, and Superstition by Stevie Wonder, which is a really strange track. I want that one. We can imagine playing that one. Down, 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 down. Oh, well, that's play that funky music. I think anyway. Superstitions. Down, 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 down. Yeah. Anyway, go and buy a copy and play it. You'll know what you're talking about. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a long morning. Right, that's it. We're done. That's F and G. So we've now got H, I to come, which means that we could be coming across some real crap. I hope you're seeing some stuff here that you're interested in. I know some people said they were writing things down, which is always nice to know. And they hadn't heard of games, and they like the look of certain games. And if you're a fan of a certain genre, so platform or, first-person shooter or puzzle or whatever, you may come across these sort of things here. And if you're, a gamer who's got young children, you've seen some of the real stuff here, which nobody would touch with a barge pole. There are sort of games out there for those sort of things, especially during these times where we're not quite sure what's going on. We're not all in lockdown, but anyway, there we go. So that sort of thing may appeal to you. That's it then. So yeah, we'll move on to probably H and I, maybe J next. I don't know, because we'll be hitting the Just Dance stuff, and we're getting close to the middle bit now. We're getting close. It's probably about a third of the way through-ish. We'll see. If you have enjoyed that, I do other stuff as well, not just the Wii videos. Honestly, just have a look. We've got gameplay, we've got podcasts, we've got pickups, we've got other collection videos, we've got VHS on here as well, VHS collections, all sorts. Yeah, it's not just showing off tap that's sitting behind me. Have a look round. If you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and that bell thing, which nobody knows all about. Flick that, and it should tell you when I'm putting a video up. It's always very, very useful. So if you have enjoyed it, do stick around, do come back. There will be some other stuff up here, I can guarantee it. I just won't be doing Wii for the rest of my life. There are other things I want to do. But people want to do this, and it's a big thing to do. So we'll get probably a couple of these up a week. Keep going. Until then, thank you very much indeed for your time and your company and your patience and your tolerance and everything else that goes along with it. This is the Retro Bear saying toodaloo until we see you again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye for now.